I got another shoutcast for you guys featuring Chugballer6. Thank you so much for submitting these teams. He's going to go ahead and use Domfan, Alolan Muk, and the Togekiss. So these are all battles featured in the Ultra League. If I hadn't mentioned that already, they're going to go ahead and swap out to an Alolan Muk. And looks like he's going to go ahead and do some, he's going to farm. And I think they might have CMP there. I believe they have. Now, if any of you guys want to also submit your battles so I can go ahead and feature them in my channel, the link is down in the description. You can go ahead and fill out the form, and then that way I can go ahead and feature your battles on my channel. He's going to go ahead and get to the Dark Pulse right here. And I wonder how much damage. I know it is stab, right? Because it is dark typing. Yeah, it is dark typing. Okay. As well, I haven't really used Alolan Muk, and I still need to build one because it actually does very good, especially when you get like Giratina leads, things like that. Maybe even Togekiss lead. And he's going to go ahead. I think, did they actually shield that? I think they might have shielded the acid spray. I could be wrong. I could be wrong though. I might have missed it. He's gonna, and the opponent still has one shield left. I wonder what he's gonna go ahead and choose to do here. Looks like it's almost about the same amount of energy to get to the Dark Pulse for the acid spray. He's gonna go ahead. He has no more shields. The Rock Blast is gonna come in, and wow, sometimes the game lags a little bit, and you saw like the damage didn't register, but it actually did. It's just weird how that works. He's gonna go ahead and use a Domfan. Gonna go ahead, and I think his Domfan looks like it might have had counter. He's gonna go ahead and body slam. I think they're gonna bring in, what is I apologize because I really forget the name of these Pokemon at times. Primarina. I'm just super old school Gen 1 type stuff, man. He's gonna go ahead and body slam, and I think the opponent is shields down now, so this body slam is gonna go ahead and connect. If you guys haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe, especially if you like Go Battle League battles. Show some love for this trainer. He's going to go ahead and he's not going to be able to reach another move, but at least he gets his opponent to throw some more energy. That's what you love to see. They're going to go ahead and they use Hydro Pump. They should have waited. They might have been able to farm down. He's going to go ahead and farm down, Poison Jab down this Primarina, and whatever they have in the back, he decides to throw the Dark Pulse. Very smart. Acid Spray isn't really going to be doing much here. And I don't think they can reach another move. Can they reach another move? Does the Muk reach another move? From this range? Oh, and it actually will. And the only reason is because does that Typhlosion, is it running Shadow Claw? It almost looks like it might be running Shadow Claw, man. That's insane. I'm gonna go ahead and use the acid spray here. And can they get this? Oh, he manages. Oh, it looks like that might have been an underlevel Typhlosion, and he's able to farm down. Now we're gonna go ahead and start featuring the Shadow Mewtwo. The Shadow Mewtwo, I apologize guys. The Armored Mewtwo that's running Confusion has a move Side Strike, and the opponent swaps out to their Arcanine. And I could be wrong, but I don't think Arcanine has the strongest defense. So this Side Strike, if they don't shield, is gonna connect. They end up shielding that first one. Decides to bring in his Togekiss, and I like the spice of the moveset here. So you do see Aerial Ace, but you don't see Aurora Sphere. So any rock Pokemon or any steel Pokemon that are gonna they're not gonna see it coming. They are not gonna see it coming. He's gonna go ahead, and the charms are actually doing a decent amount. That's not too bad. They're gonna go ahead. Looks like it's CMP right here. He doesn't shield this move. What move was it using? We'll find out in just a moment. Scorching Sand. So not very effective. Not very effective. So it looks like it did pay off to switch the Togekiss onto his Arcanine. Gonna do the Aerial Ace, and I believe its attack dropped. So a bit of a bummer there. Otherwise, I would believe it would have been able to take it out, but all good, it happens. Farms down the Arcanine, and what are they going to bring out now? They're going to bring in a Houndoom. Can he reach the Aurora Sphere? I'm going to love to see this if he can reach the Aurora Sphere. Oh man, that would have been awesome. Had he gone to it, that would have been really cool to watch. I think the opponent might still have his shield left. I could be wrong, but if it does, he might actually end up using it here. No, okay. So close though, so close to being able to have used that Aurora Sphere. That would have been nice to see. He's going to go ahead, and it looks like he's going to be able to Confusion down. His opponent looks like it was running Fire Fang. Maybe it was going to take forever to get to the move. So really unfortunate for the opponent. Concedes the match. There's no way they're going to win anymore. So they left the building. Now on to the next match. We got Armored Mewtwo. I keep wanting to say Shadow Mewtwo. I don't know why. We got the Armored Mewtwo against a Palkia. Two legendaries going at it right here. Looks like the Palkia is running Dragon Tail, and just, it's so insane just how much, honestly, when I go up against an Armored Mewtwo, especially with my favorite team, with the Virizion, It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to go up against Alolan Mewtwo. It just has its defense, man. It's really good. They're gonna go ahead and swap into. He swaps into his Togekiss. The opponent is gonna go ahead and swap out to their own Charmer, and it's gonna be a Charm battle here. But because Chokeballer 6 was the one that swapped out first, gonna go ahead and reach the move first. Aerial Ace, and the opponent went ahead and shielded that because we all know the Gardevoir is also glassy. Now, I think Togekiss is able to farm it down, and I think it has a move banked. I think, oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. I thought it did. Snuck in a Charm there against the Hariyama, get some super effective damage, and he's going to go ahead and bring the Mewtwo. That is just going to go ahead and just clean up this match. I forget what the other Pokemon is in the back, but I think it might also be weak to Mewtwo. Going to go ahead and invest the shield here, use the first one here, and I probably was like a close combat. Yep, it's going to be a close combat. Definitely don't want to see that, but it still would be resisted. But easily able to farm down now because its defense dropped. Let's go ahead and find out what the last Pokemon was, and it was a Palkia. This Side Strike, shields are down. It's going to go ahead and wipe the floor with this Palkia. Doesn't even feel like he needs to go ahead and charge it all the way, and nope, does not need to. That's going to be enough, and he takes the game. Really well played. On to his next match, we got the Mewtwo paired up against the Gyarados. A Shadow Gyarados, very spicy there. You don't really see it too often. Going to go ahead and just start the confusions, which is going to start doing a decent amount of damage, but decides to swap out to his Togekiss. Now, I feel because his Togekiss is running that Aurora Sphere, it really is, he really is able to save swap it, because most of the time you're going to get a Steel type just to hard counter you. So really like the Aurora Sphere moveset there. He's going to go ahead and get to the Aerial Ace, and might as well throw it here. Gengar is going to be forced to shield because it's so glassy. Even this Aerial Ace is going to go ahead and threaten the shield. Yep, see, they get the shield, and he will go ahead and probably get a fast move. Actually, he might be able to. Wow, look at that. Gengar is such a cool Pokemon, but it's so glassy. Excuse me there, guys. But it's so glassy that you have to not only be forced to use his shield, but forced to throw at times. And now he's going to go ahead and bring in his Alolan Muk. Is not going to go ahead and shield here because he should be able to, unless they have a Focus Blast or something, he's going to go ahead and resist all the moves here. And he can go actually farm down if he wants. Get a bunch of energy, might as well. Because right there, it shows you that, yep. Right before the Gengar goes down, they're going to go ahead and actually swap back to the Shadow Gyarados. And I love what he chooses to do here. He's going to choose to do the Acid Spray. Because they're going to shield here. So now, honestly, he can just go for the Dark Pulse. Or maybe even farm down, honestly. We'll go ahead and see what he ends up doing. What is this going to be? Is it going to be the Crunch? Is it going to be the... Okay, it's going to be an Aqua Tail. Yeah, why would you throw Crunch? It's going to be an Aqua Tail. And very smart. Might as well just don't allow him to get to the move. Just go ahead, take out the Shadow Gyarados if you can. This is definitely going to be more than enough, especially with the defense drop. Takes down the Shadow Gyarados. And they still... I think they still have... What other Pokemon was it that they still had? Gonna go ahead and wait there. The opponent's making a decision, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring in a Shadow Walrein. Nice. You don't see too many Shadow Walreins. It must be a few years when that Shadow must have gotten released, because I have not seen like a Shadow Spiel or anything like that. And I've been playing for like 2 years now. So let me know in the comment section when that was, if that might come back, or when that was released. Definitely would want to get that. I mean, that Shadow Walrein is pretty cool looking, honestly. Gonna go ahead and can't reach another move, but all good. He might be shields down. I just don't think the Walrein is gonna be able to do it. Watch, you're gonna see just how tanky Mewtwo is. This is probably gonna be Icicle Spear. Might be an Earthquake though. They do have enough to do an Earthquake, and they're gonna go for the Earthquake. But just look how even the Shadow has no chance. And look at this. It's gonna be a resisted. It's going to be a resisted move right here. It's going to be a Shadow Punch. A resisted. I can't. A super effective, and that's still not enough to take it out. And we all know just how strong Gengar is. So Mewtwo is just taking over in these battles. Going to go ahead and Side Strike, take out that Walrein. And I think that might have been the end of the matches. I think that's all it. He did. Okay, never mind. So he had one last match here. And I think I know what happens. I think while trying to edit the video, I think the opponent might actually end up conceding, because it is getting to towards the end time right there, and he's just doing the confusion. They're gonna swipe out to the Dragonite. He's gonna go ahead and just hard counter with a Togekiss, and I think is that gonna force the opponent to swap out? Kudos to this trainer. He's willing to stay in there. He's willing to stay in, but finally concedes a match. There you guys have it. Very easy match right there. Matches right there. Just an incredible team. Really liked it. Thank you, Chugballer6, for submitting these battles. Go ahead and submit your own battles if you like me. If you would like me to feature your battles, the battles mentioned at the end. Then, anyway, guys, have an amazing day. I'll see you on the next one.